Bon, c'est Thierry Bézier, bienvenue sur le blog de Bézier.com. J'ai le plaisir d'être aujourd'hui avec eSnips et je suis avec Yael Elish. Is that the correct pronunciation?
Oui.
Thank you. So, can you tell us basically what is eSnips?
Well, eSnips is a place where millions of people come together to share content about their interests, basically. So if you have, and most of us do have, some esoteric interest that we're sort of passionate about, eSnips is the place to come and share any type of media that relates to it. It can be music, video, audio, pictures, documents, and so on. And then you can meet people that also share your passions if you tag. You can create or join small communities, basically of people that have the exact same interest in you, and we create a social portal for you where you can see what's the latest that people have uploaded, what's the most popular thing that people have uploaded, who's recently joined, and so on. And then we also give you very friendly tools to promote the work that you do online. So you can use widgets, you can use emails, you have a set of very rich tools.
And I even see you can sell things also, right?
You can sell things online, yes, and we make it very easy for you to sell things online and to also promote the things that you sell online. So we're trying to leverage all the power of the web for you to be able to virally promote things online, basically.
And today, can you tell us how many users are actually on eSnips?
So we have 2 million users that have registered and uploaded basically content to eSnips, and we have close to 10 million people that are coming and visiting the site on a daily basis.
Wow, that's huge!
Communities, yes, amazing communities are forming. The ones that we're showing today and focusing on today and announcing a product for today is in the area of music, where we have about 12 different genres of music that people create and share on eSnips. And our announcement today is that we've created a radio, an online radio for them that is basically streaming their music all the time in different channels. And our next step would be to just let them create their own radio.
So I'd be able to listen to the people I like the most on the eSnips and to make my own playlist, for example?
Exactly. So no, playlist you could have created a long time ago on eSnips, but the radio is actually...
I can listen to it, right?
Yes,
and
great. You can actually create a widget out of it and put it on another site, or let other people put it on other sites. But the news about the radio is actually streaming most popular, most favorited content, and it can be stuff that you upload to your own folders. So you can upload content, or you can create a selection of things from many different sites, but it will be streaming and will be showing just the recent, just the popular, just the most favorited, rather than having you go and handpick it in advance.
So you've been talking
more dynamic and more streaming.
So you've been talking about widgets. That means I can add some widgets on my own website, on my blog also, to share what I like on eSnips directly on my blog. That is possible today, right?
Yes, that is possible to do, and what's unique about eSnips is that you can create a widget from almost any type of media. So it can be a music single player that is a widget, it can be a playlist that it can be a widget, it can be a photo that can be a widget, or a combination of several photos, it could be a video, and so on. Unlike other sites that either don't give you the opportunity to create widgets or give you only one kind of widget that you can create. So YouTube would be music, for example, and Flickr would be pictures. On eSnips you have a very broad variety of widgets. Other people can also create widgets from your content, by the way, if they like it. So it's a way to basically leverage other people to promote your content on other websites.
I see. So it's a huge community. How is the proportion? Is it more European people, American people, Asian people? What's the proportion of our users?
It's equally, the two very big portions are US and Western Europe, actually. There's a very big UK-based community and a very big Spanish and French communities on eSnips. And as I mentioned to you before, we have a fascinating community of musicians that many of them are French, especially in the DJ community, that are managing to get a lot of traction on eSnips and are very popular.
Do you think some of the users can make a lot of good money with their music, with what they are selling? Is it today possible for you to see if some users has made a lot of money, or do you have example of that?
Those are things that we haven't started focusing on because we believe that our users, just like us, first of all need to be able to create a critical mass of traffic. Basically, if you're trying to sell something, you have to create a critical mass of targeted traffic. And what we do is enable them with tools to actually create that initially. So that's the first stage. Those are all the promotional tools that we enable you with. And then the next stage would be to actually enable you to monetize it through, for example, widgets of e-commerce and affiliate programs that run on widgets of e-commerce. So basically, if you have something that you are selling, you can create a widget out of it. You can let anybody just take it and distribute it for you online if they get a cut of the transaction.
And do you have any project of localization of eSnips around the world, maybe in Asia, for example, or even in Europe?
The content can be basically today even any language, so it's just a matter of the interface being localized. So content people already upload.
Any project about that?
It's a huge task. I wouldn't say that it will happen in the next 6 months, but it will definitely happen because this is a major way of expanding eSnips. So we're still pretty small. We have to build some critical mass in terms of the R&D teams in order to do something like that has quite a lot of overhead related to it, because every time you change something very small on the site, it means that you have to go and do the translations and localization for all the languages. And for Web 2.0 companies that move extremely fast, we release a new version every 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. Doing something like that means that you have to have a big operation and you eventually potentially slow down.
And you are an Israel-based company. Is it something? Is it more easier because you are an Israel-based company, or is it more difficult to be here in the US, to be in the global market? Do you think it's an advantage or a bad point?
I think that, like everything, you have the good side and bad side, basically. The big advantage is that you have a huge amount of talented people in Israel. The operating costs are less expensive. You're a little bit away from the noise here, which I think is extremely noisy, and sometimes, you're in the forest, but you can't see the forest. So it gives you the ability to look at things from a sort of an external perspective. The disadvantage, obviously, is that you're less visible. And I think that's the major disadvantage. And if you're not reliant on business development, your presence here, or sales, your presence here is not really, doesn't impact the operational day to day. But visibility is a big thing, and you want to be here, I think.
I understand that. So today we're at the Web 2.0 Expo. Why is this important for you to be here at such an event?
Again, it's just a matter of visibility, because everything is actually happening online.
Is it working?
It's definitely working, yes. You don't need to be here in order to get to the end users. The end users come virally online. They don't really care if you've been here or not. The space is so noisy that you really can't manage to create a brand for yourself in these kind of conferences.
Did you meet some of your users here?
Yes, it was really fun. We met users and they were very excited about wearing shirts, and it was really great. That's the first time it actually happens. We started growing very fast recently, so now we're actually starting to see end users in front of us versus just online.
Last question, what is your next challenge? What is the big challenge now that you have to struggle with?
Well, turning it into a business that actually generates revenues. We initially focused on traction, basically on building. As I said, you can't do anything unless you have a critical mass of end users and of traffic and quality traffic on the site. So this is number one for every company. You shouldn't focus on revenues before you actually have the ability to monetize it. So now that we've done that, and that we've reached a critical point, critical mass also of about 100 million page views per month, we can start focusing on monetizing. So this is the next area of focus, the next area of challenge.
Thank you very much. We wish you good luck for this event, and we will see a video test of eSnips very soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
That's it.